Well, guys, welcome to the
Well,
Who Are You webinar. We're really excited to have you guys with us. And I'm just going to start off by saying, for those of you who know me, you would know that I've built a reputation as a catalyst. I have been privileged enough to work with people on every continent throughout this world in order to help them find careers that are in line with their purpose. And how I've done that is I've led them on a Who Are You journey. I'm so passionate about identity that I believe that this is absolutely the starting point to any journey we embark on in life. And let's be honest, one of my favorite expressions is identity informs insight. And what that means is who you are and who you believe yourself to be is how you show up in the world. And how you show up in the world determines how people respond to you. So if you don't like the response that you're getting in the world, change your identity. And that's the beauty of identities. Identity is fluid. Guys, you can change your identity. Your identity doesn't have to stay the same for the rest of your life. So that is why I have created this webinar. It's my vision to reach as many people worldwide as possible, people who might not have the opportunity to coach with me or to train with me or even to hear me speak. It is my vision to reach you and to impart the message that you can change your identity. So just in terms of the webinar, what I've done is I have created a year-long webinar with 26 subtopics related to identity. And we're kicking off today with the subject of authenticity. Now, authenticity is a bit of a buzzword. I'm sure you'll all agree. Everyone is shouting about be authentic, right? But what is authenticity exactly? Now, I met Olga on a webinar very similar to the one that you guys are attending. And Olga is just like me. She's passionate about networking. She loves connecting with people. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop all of Olga's links into the chat box. Brenda, if you can just drop Olga's links into the chat box, there is an option to book a coffee with Olga. If you want to meet Olga in person after this session, you're most welcome to meet her. Please connect with her, chat to her, tell her how much you enjoyed, as I know you're going to enjoy the talk that she's presented for you guys. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Olga. Olga Geidane is a global expert speaker on self-development, communication, and relationships. She is a travel addict, no surprises there. She's flying right at this very moment. And she loves creating impact everywhere she goes, from individual mindset coaching to couples retreats. Impact is at the core of what Olga does. Now, there is a chance that the next time you will join her at one of her ladies only spiritual retreats or one of her spa masterminds. But today, you'll be immersed in a virtual experience with Olga as she is bringing her talk to you on how to make a true impact in the world. Please join me in welcoming to the virtual stage, Olga Geidane.
Are you ready to learn about authenticity and how can you create the most magnificent impact in the world, which is also true and authentic? Well, in that case, if you're really ready, let me start and begin the journey for you. And I will start with my story because that's what you are here for. You want to hear all about me, right? So, my life was perfect. I was born in a fantastic family, loving parents, never seen any abuse. Everything was fantastically perfect. I went to school, and guess what? I was fantastic at school. I finished my university. Everything was fantastic at my university. I got married, and I'm still with my partner, and everything was fantastic in my relationship. In fact, my health is also fantastic, and in general, my life is perfect. So today, and now I will inspire you and motivate you and educate you on how you can live the most fantastic life. What do you think of that? Are you yawning already? Have you started checking your phones by now? Is there anything you think in your head like, what the hell she's talking about? What do you mean your life is perfect? Well, oh no, it's nonsense. Of course you do. But here's the thing. This is what we always think that people want to hear from us. And
Oh, wow. Have we got a problem? Hang on, I'm going to share it again. Apologies, guys. Right, can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Sorry about that. I'll start playing again.
And the reality is, I have never, and I'll put my bet on it, if you have ever heard somebody on the stage or on YouTube or anywhere else on TEDx, whatever any other platform, ever standing up and saying, my life was perfect, it was amazing, and let me educate you and inspire you and motivate you how you can have it the same. It's nonsense. So why do we continue being inauthentic? If we know that doesn't connect us, if we know that doesn't inspire others, if we know that doesn't help other people, why do we still remain being inauthentic? The reason why is because we are afraid. We are afraid of because we know the minute you will show up authentically, you will face judgment. And here's my first challenge to you. If you think other people will judge you when you're authentic and real, how often are you judging other people? Because the truth is, why would you be afraid of judgment if you wouldn't judge others? I bet you don't like that. But that's the reality I had to hear myself. That's something I had to address within myself. When I was afraid of judgment to show up for real, I understood that's because I am judging other people. What do they wear? How do they behave? How do they talk? What do they do? And that all was super mega judgmental. When I realized I'm the one person who is judging others, and as a result, afraid of judgment of other people, I realized I am in the prison. And so are you right now. Here's the thing. Authenticity is a true freedom from a prison that you keep yourself in. Why? Because you keep lying to yourself. Simple as that. And here's the thing. As you might notice from the description of this event, I promised 3 things you will learn today. One of them was how to be truly free and liberated. Second one was on how to build unique relationships and to do it in the shortest time. So you don't do it over the longest period of your lifetime, but you do it in the shortest time. But safe at the same time. Let's go to the very first one. And the very first one is all about honesty. Why? Well, because true liberation and freedom doesn't come out from outside the world. But true liberation is within you, my darling. And for as long as you keep yourself in a prison of your own lies to yourself and others, you will be imprisoned. So for you to live truly free life and stop fighting for freedom elsewhere, it's important to become more honest. Here's the thing. We all think we are honest. And the truth is, and I'll meet the very first person, I'll be the very first person here to admit it, I was not honest. I was not. Why? Because of ego. Because I wanted always to be seen as perfect and to be heard as perfect and just to be perceived as the most perfect person in the world. And as a result, I was lying about little things and I was lying about big things. To the point where one day I realized when I was responding to email, typing and saying, hello, so I'm just really sorry, but I have to cancel this meeting simply because I have to pick up my child from school. I realized, oh, why am I doing this? That's a lie. I don't want to meet with this person. Do I have to come up with a reason if I don't want to meet with somebody? No. But why do I lie about a fake reason why I cannot meet with that person? And that day, I made a promise to myself. From today, I'm honest to the point about my reasons or excuses. It doesn't matter. But I'm honest, and I'm honest first of all with myself. And if I don't want to meet with somebody, I simply say, I'm sorry, I cannot make that meeting. That's it. Do I have to even explain myself? I don't have to. I have never, ever anybody asking me a question, and why you cannot make that meeting, Olga? I'm curious why you cannot. The truth is, nobody cares why you cannot make a meeting. Nobody really gives a damn why you're canceling that. You're canceling that. That's the bottom point. But why do we go into extra explanations? Because we want to be likable by the entire world. We want to be seen as perfect. And you constantly fight for freedom in an outside world, whilst you keep yourself imprisoned in your own lies. So how can you create bigger impact in the world? How can you be more authentic? Become more honest. As simple as that. Become more honest and become honest about little things and big things. But most importantly, become more honest with yourself and to yourself. Second thing, when it comes to authenticity and how to create bigger impact in the world, and it is about how to build unique relationships in the shortest period of time. Remember the very first beginning of my talk when I came out? Sort of, on this virtual screen for you, and shared my perfect life story. I'm sure you were yawning, and I'm sure you will start checking your phones, and I'm sure you were sending in messages to each other. What is she going on about, right? Because that was all fake. The truth is, when you show up fake, guess what are you attracting? You're attracting the same fake. So for you to attract real relationships, you got to show up for real. For you to build real connection, you got to show up for real. You got to be the person you are. Of course, not everybody will understand you, and right now it is about the right person. But the truth is, if somebody will not understand you long term, why would you go through the hassle of building mini relationship with them only one day to realize, oh yes, they fully don't understand you. Okay, maybe it's time to say goodbye right now. Well, maybe it's just simply time to be just yourself. And here's the thing, I'll share with you another story. Probably you heard it if you have been listening to the interview a while ago on LinkedIn, but I'll repeat it if you haven't heard it. But it is about the mastermind. And I'm sure you heard of masterminds where you get a group of people together, where you help each other to grow and develop and skyrocket your success because you brainstorm on each other issues, challenges, and questions. So I organized lots of masterminds myself, and I'm a part of multiple masterminds. And that was the mastermind where I was taking part. It was not my own mastermind. One day we meet on Zoom as we do monthly meeting, and here we go around the room, and everybody's sharing their questions, everybody's dropping their challenges, and we all go around the room and we share value. We brainstorm on how that person could be helped and how they could run their business better, what could they modify, how they could improve something. All right, my turn comes, and here I want to skip it, and everybody insists on me asking my question, which I was resistant because at that time I paused my entire business. At that time, I felt heartbroken, betrayed, sad, angry, and hurt. I couldn't think about my business because we just filed for divorce with my husband and we only got married 5 months ago. I found out he cheated on me the entire time, all our dating time, before marriage, on the day of our marriage, after marriage. So basically, I'm not capable to run my own business. I'm broken. I'm absolutely broken emotionally, physically. Everything in my body hurts me, including my brain. That's how I felt. But my turn came and I'm asked, hello, Olga. So, what about you? What's your business question? And I was saying, I'll pass. Everybody insisting for me to ask a question. And I said, look, guys, I'll be not asking any questions about business simply because I have no business to run right now. I paused my business. Nothing right now happens in my business at all. And the reason why, and I said the reason, because by going through divorce, I found out my husband was cheating on me the entire time. I thought we had perfect relationship, but apparently it was all fake. So as you can imagine, I'm not in the right mindset to ask any questions or to be challenged because trust me, I have enough challenge for now. As you can imagine, there was a dead silence. And as I looked around the room, I was like, oh, scrap it. If you're going to judge me, you can judge me. I don't really care anymore because, trust me, I judged myself enough. Beating myself for not being a good coach enough because how could you ignore all the red flags? There were plenty, Olga. You didn't see them. I saw them. Why did you ignore them? I don't know. All these conversations I had again and again in my mind. So by that point, I couldn't even be asked to think if they're going to judge me or not. I just wanted for them to get off my back with their flipping questions at the mastermind. Oh, these people. I'm sure you felt that way. To my surprise, first person broke the silence and said, Olga, I loved you before, but now I just fall in love with you from the bottom of my heart. You are amazing. And you're going through all of that and you still show up and you're here and you show it all so authentically and you support your husband with all this time. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, what's going on here? I'm all in shock there. And second person joins them, then the third person, eventually the entire room are sitting there and complimenting me on my authenticity, on my realism, on me just being the person I am with all my pain and struggles showing up at the mastermind. And to my surprise, and I'm sure to your surprise as well, all of a sudden, I wasn't the one experiencing troubles in my relationships. All of a sudden, the entire room of these perfectly successful business people who show up to talk about business and discuss their business questions and skyrocket to the next level of their businesses, they all showed up real. They all shared their struggles and their issues in their own relationships. And guess what? That transformed our mastermind forever. I will not even mention that after that, I spent an entire an hour and a half talking about life in general with a couple of them because we just felt so much connected. So here's the thing. If you want to build a real relationship with people, if you want to connect at the level you have never connected, you got to be vulnerable. You got to be honest. You got to be vulnerable, real, and honest about who you are and how do you show up. It takes courage, and that's the next part. It takes courage to be vulnerable. It takes courage to be honest. But trust me, the first day you will practice doing that, you will find out how much easier it is. You will feel like you are not shackled yourself. You feel like you're spreading your wings and you're just about to go flying because you'll be feeling so empowered by the love and admiration of other people saying to you, oh my God, you are so amazingly real. In a world where real should be normal, it is such a rarity. It becomes like a gem. So be more gem. Be more that rare diamond. Be vulnerable because that is a true value that will help you to build relationships in the shortest period of time. And when it comes to the third thing about how to be vulnerable and stay safe at the same time, because this is what we want. We always take care of our safety because we don't feel safe to be vulnerable. It simply is about being brave with the right people. Simple is that, being brave with the right people. Your right people will love you. Those people who are not right people for your purpose, for your life, for your mission, will repel themselves because they will not like you being vulnerable. They will not like you being real. They will not like you being honest with them about you, about them, and everything else. And the question is, why would you want these people in your life in the first place? I don't want anything to do with people who are not real or honest anymore because I know I'm not that person myself anymore. And to give you an example, how your realism, how your vulnerability can really be useful with the right people. For example, right now, my course on how to overcome infidelity, how to heal, and how to recover from infidelity of your relationships. There, with the right people, I share all the dirty laundry. I share all the details which I know those people need to hear, because without all those little details which I went through, they feel alone on their journey. They feel solo. They feel they're the only ones to whom infidelity happened, and they feel ashamed and they feel guilty and they have lots of self-blame. So I know when I come along with all my vulnerability and all the dirtiness, they feel reassured and they feel empowered, because they look at me and they say, Olga, if you have done it, wow, I can do it too. So it is about finding your tribe, finding your people, find the right environment where you can show up absolutely authentically, vulnerably you with everything that happens to you, because that will inspire, because that will motivate, because that will transform other people's lives. Your perfection will not. You pretending to be something else will not. Nobody wants to know your perfect side. Nobody will get inspired by your perfect side. Nobody wants to hear only about your success, because that is not as relevant. What is relevant is your pain. What is relevant, what you went through. What is relevant are your scars. I'm not saying right now you got to come onto the stage and cry about what happened. You don't show the wounds. When you're still wounded, you stay in a hospital and you heal yourself. But once you're over, you get out there onto the stage, onto the virtual, in person, onto the global stage, and you show your scars. Because those scars will be mega powerful tools how you will create real impact in the world. But make sure you don't put powder or makeup on those scars, because then people cannot see them, they cannot relate to them, and they cannot relate to you. So how to create true impact in the world? Be honest, be vulnerable, and be absolutely brave with your right audience, with the right people at the right time. And this way, you will be able to create authentic and real impact in the world. I'm really looking forward to see you rock and rolling the stage with your full authenticity and being real, juicy, fantastic, perfectly imperfect, you, unapologetically you. I'm looking forward to see you like that onto the stage. Thank you for listening.
Wow. Now, I know that that was hang on, let me stop sharing. I know that that was a recording, but I'd love to hear some comments. How did you find that? I had a load of takeaways. I was making a whole bunch of notes. But as always, Olga always delivers. And you know what I love about what she said? I love the analogy that she gave about being in hospital and you need to heal first and you need to be in that safe space to heal. But then you go out into the world and you have scars. And that's the reality. Let's not forget that we are imperfectly perfect. As much as I preach you have value, we are imperfectly perfect. So let that be an encouragement to all of us.